My journey with the unexplained began when I was 5. My name is Amber, and I'm a physical medium. She was crushed, her chest and her throat, and then the breathing stopped. And the dead come to me for help.
He also slithers around and shows himself as different things, like shapeshifts.
I communicate with dead people. He jumps out of the water and takes people back into the water. And he drowns them and kills them. Come along with me and step into my world. Welcome to Amber's Paraworld. Hello everyone, and welcome to my very first podcast, The Dead and Me. I just want to thank you for being here and listening. Hopefully you'll subscribe, and you can also go check me out on YouTube. This podcast will be available to watch as a video on my YouTube channel a couple weeks after I post them here. So this is going to cover dead people, cryptids, ETs, a little bit of everything. I will share some personal stories, just different things I've seen, and eventually I will have some guests on here that can share stories as well with you guys. So what do we get started with first? Okay, so this has been on my mind, so I'm going to go ahead and start with dragons. That sounds crazy, right? But last week I saw a dragon. It was the first time I'd ever seen one. So this dragon showed up at night on a Dogman investigation. There were definitely there was Dogman activity, growls. This is where he lived. There were multiple of these beings, but they didn't look like a typical Dogman, what people describe. These things were almost like a werewolf / Dogman mix. They were huge and very dark. They were black, muscular. They had like the dog face, like wolf face. Very prominent eyes, and it was covered in black fur from like behind the shoulder blades forward. But then behind it, it was just like black skin, which is so weird. I've never picked up on any entities or creatures that look like that before. It was, that's why I thought maybe it was like a werewolf. I mean, Dogmen may have different species, just like we have Chihuahuas and, Dachshunds and Dalmatians. There might be different species of these. And that's one thing that we may never know the answer to, because there's a lot out here that we don't understand and we don't see. So was this a werewolf Dogman? I don't know. Could it be a whole new cryptid? It's definitely possible. But anyways, I was there checking, this place out. And the growls I heard from this were not only able to be heard on the video, they were audible. Very low growls, but they were deep and kind of like, get out of my way, get out of here, I don't want you here. Letting me know that was their territory. And I promise this gets into dragons in a few. So during this investigation, I definitely got some really good things on video. A lot of disembodied voices. Dead people seem to want to follow me everywhere I go. And that night was definitely not anything different. So we go, and I say we. I had someone in the car with me, but I was alone out here with this flashlight at dark, and I was looking around trying to get some information, And I did get a glimpse of this creature, and when I did see him, he was right in front of me by a tree, and he was kind of like hunkered down, like back arched, hunkered down, like he was gonna pounce right on me. And it was just another thing this creature was doing to tell me I needed to back up. I needed to not be there. At no point did I really feel like he was gonna grab me or, I don't think he was gonna hurt me, but he definitely knew he didn't want company. So, anyways, I go on with this and film, and then as I'm leaving, I go in my car, and I like to do Necrophonic app to kind of see if I can listen back and get some answers, or sometimes a lot of times it validates what I see or what I feel, the names I get, people, and I got the image of this dragon laying on top of the vehicle, like on the roof, just laying there. And it was large. It fit on the top of the Jeep, curled up, kind of like he was sleeping, and his tail was like off the back of it. It had wings, and it was dark green. I did not feel threatened by this thing at all. And he actually rode on top of the vehicle until I got home. Well, not till I got home, but close to home. Like he rode for a few miles. And then I didn't pick up on him anymore. So could this be some type of protection? Like he was sent there to protect me, to keep me safe. I definitely think that could be a possibility. Do we have dragon guardians? I think we could if we wanted to. I may have accidentally summoned him or called on him. I'm not really sure. But whatever this might be, and why he was there, I really hope that I can come in contact with him again. I'm going to try to see if he will reach out to me in the future, because it was really cool having him there. And then a friend of mine had sent me a video on YouTube, and there was a lady talking about how in the last week or so, many people have been seeing dragons and having connections with them. So is it something the universe is trying to tell us or connect with us in a different way? I don't think everyone is seeing them, but definitely a lot more than normal, or than typical, I guess. I'm not sure what the normal rate of seeing a dragon on your car is. I'm not sure it's very high, but I definitely think that it had a message. I did do some meditation to try to connect with him again. Definitely a male dragon. But I'm gonna see if I can figure out, what his agenda is, what he's doing, and what he wants. And that kind of goes back to, have you all ever had dragon experiences or picked up on dragons, saw them, seen them? What did you feel? Did you feel threatened? Did you feel safe? Because that kind of, we have to go by how we feel anytime we're dealing with entities, whether it's a dead person or a Bigfoot, Dogman, Birdman, whatever it is, we have to go by how it makes you feel. If you feel really, really scared, it's probably best to listen to your intuition and back off. If you don't feel threatened, by all means, don't do anything stupid, but it's probably okay to proceed, because they're not gonna let you get close or communicate with you if they have no intentions of doing so. That's kind of like one thing about spirit and cryptids. You're not really going to get them to do much unless they want to. So to say that, you want to connect with a Bigfoot and he's just not having it, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to probably hear anything, see anything, get any good photos. But if they want to connect, they're definitely going to show themselves or reach out to you in some way. So a lot of these beings like to connect telepathically. And as a medium, I get images a lot. Sometimes I see them like right in front of me, like I did the Dogman. I saw him. I mean, I had already had images, like he had already shown me these images of him. But then there for just like a split second, I saw him. And I did back up. So I still don't think he would have hurt me though. But we have to respect them in their territory, in their homes, their families, all of that stuff. They know our intentions. They're on a whole different energy level than what we give them credit for, or maybe even know. Like, I believe that they are super intelligent, along with most all cryptids, ETs. They know what you're thinking for the most part. They know your intentions. They know if you mean them harm or if you're just there for, you know, for research and learning. You want to connect with them. But if you go there and you're going to try to stick one in a sack and take it to some research facility, you're not going to have contact with one. Or if you do, you may not come back. So you have to be very respectful when dealing with them. This video that I have of the Dogman, werewolf, whatever he was, this encounter, this was this November 2022, and that is available to watch on my YouTube channel. If you go watch it, leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you saw anything or heard anything, or if you picked up on the dragon, or what this dog wolf thing looked like. I don't even know what to call it. I really don't think it's a Dogman. Probably something like a werewolf or wolf. I don't know. It didn't look like a man, but it was all skin below its shoulders. So maybe it was a werewolf. Maybe it changed in the blood moon, which we heard something change in that night too. So I don't know. There's so much out here that we really don't understand or know about. And I will always be the first to tell you that I do not know everything about all of this. So if anybody tells you they do, they know everything about paranormal, dead people, channeling, even abilities, don't listen to them because they're not telling you the truth. You have to always trust your intuition when you're dealing with this stuff. Which brings me back to, I think that was that the night. Okay, it was the night before that I had saw a shooting star. That makes the second, third, fourth. Let me see. Almost every week in October and so far in November, I've seen shooting stars, which it's definitely not a coincidence at this point. And then there's that gold star that I don't like. It's moving around a lot. I don't like it. I think it definitely has something to do with the ETs, but that is a story for another day. So going back to the dragons, dragons are said to either give you warning or be some type of protector, bring you comfort. It could also be a learning, like a learning process in your growth, like your soul growth. Maybe you're like transitioning to a higher level, like your soul is like on an ascension to something else, like a different place where it needs to be. A little bit of a higher vibration. But like I said, we're not really sure exactly what it means, unless, I don't know why I didn't even try to channel him and see what he wanted. I think at that point I was just like, it was super cold and snowing and I was just ready to get out of there. But I do remember saying, there's a dragon on the roof. That was not filmed, but I did say that as I left out of there. And, you know, I guess if you're listening to this, then you like this kind of stuff, because there's not many people you can hang out with and say, there's a dragon on top of the vehicle, so don't panic. And they would be cool with it. Some people might be trying to call the local loony bin and get you picked up, because to a lot of people this probably sounds really nuts. But it's definitely out there. It's definitely true. These things actually exist. You know, all of it does. Mermaids, unicorns, just everything. It really does. And you have to go and explore this stuff and open yourself up to it. When you open yourself up to that energy level, to that vibration, then that's what you get. It takes practice and it takes a lot of work, but I think eventually, if that's what you set your mind to, that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's nothing to be afraid of. It's so cool if you embrace it. And especially to those who have abilities who don't want to embrace it because you're afraid. You know, it's all personal choice. So if it really does terrify you, then that's fine to ignore it. But it really does open up a whole different world of, like, just a whole different world in itself. A world that most people can't see. And it's really cool. I really wish that everybody could see everything, but I always tell people that if we could all see everything that existed, like, you would be too terrified to leave your house. Nobody would leave their house again. So I think on my next episode, we're going to talk about aliens. That's the plan right now. I'm going to try to upload at least bi-weekly and see how that works out. If you guys are following me here now, definitely let me know that you like this and you're interested in this and me telling my stories and what all exists out there that I've seen. There's a lot more that I have not seen that I'm manifesting so I can see it all, because I want to see everything. I want to learn about everything. Everything that most people can't see. That's the cool part. So since I didn't get any negative feelings from the dragon, I really do think he is a protector sent here to help me. And like I said, I may have accidentally or unknowingly summoned him and called on him. I was thinking about dragons the other day before this even happened, because I've never seen one, and I made it clear that I had never seen one. Guys, I think what I'm going to do as homework for this podcast, and because I'm super curious, I'm going to try to connect with the dragon being, I don't know what else to call him, that I saw, and see what his intentions are, see what he wants to do, why he was here, where he came from. I'm going to try to do that, and I will update you guys on any information that I find, by channeling him. I will definitely update. It shouldn't take too long, because I'm really curious as to why he was here. But I definitely think it's something cool and, an experience that I had never had before. So it's recent, which is why I'm super excited about it. And as far as the Dogman goes, or whatever that creature was, I may eventually go back up there and try to talk to him. Maybe he will connect with me a little more, and then I'll know, maybe a little bit about him. Maybe he'll tell me what he is. I don't know. We'll see if that works. So, since I told you guys about the dragon and the Dogman type creature, I'm going to go ahead and end this and get ready and get some notes for my next podcast episode. It will be episode number 2 coming up. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thank you for listening.